You sick of having little twig arms? You want to put on some serious muscle mass? This shake will guarantee packing on serious pounds of muscle. Best gains I've ever seen. Well, then the first thing you're gonna need is some oatmeal. Steel cut. That's what you want. And you're gonna want to soak it. You don't want to just cook them. You don't want to just put them in a pan and just cook them. You want to force them in some kind of dish, preferably one that you can cover up. I don't know how many servings, however many, the more the bigger you get, you know what I mean? Just put a whole bunch in there. I do like 3 or 4. You're not going to eat it all at once, though. Okay. Then, get your bottled water. Don't use tap. That stuff's poison. And you just pour it in there. Leave a little room. Leave a little room. Then, lemon. Why lemon? Why am I pouring water and lemon in my oatmeal? I'll tell you why. You can do the research. Oatmeal's good for you. It's gluten-free, easy to digest, full of vitamins and minerals, but you're not going to get most of them unless you let it break down properly. It's called soaking your oats. So you want to soak the oats. Oh, how much lemon? They say a tablespoon, but I really want to make sure that it's going to get soaked. I'm going to break down all the phytic acid in the oatmeal that prevents nutrients and minerals from getting absorbed. Not too much lemon though, trust me, it'll get over lemony. But it doesn't taste bad at all. One of the not fun parts is when you get little seeds in there. I just fish them out. Just fish the seeds out. Make sure your hands are clean. You just give it a nice little finger stir. You just want to finger the oatmeal for a little bit. Stir that lemon juice around. Add a little more water. Top it off. Hey, you see that? That's a water bottle graveyard. Recycle, please. See this guy? What's that, a scale? You don't need that crap. You're trying to get big. This isn't going to tell if you're big or not. It's just numbers. Size is size. And no, I drank out of that. Top it off. Now for the cool part, when you actually get to cook the oatmeal, steel cut oats. Pour them in your pan. Chia seeds. Let them soak for a couple hours. 2-3 hours. Then take them and just plop it right in there. You want a big fat tablespoon. Why chia seeds? Omega-6s, fiber. They, if you have like IBS or anything like that, they actually help with your guts digesting slower. So they're just a good addition. Tons of iron, so your blood can do its job. Deliver the muscles oxygen, much needed oxygen, which is your main energy source, alright? Other than water, you got oxygen, water, and food. Turn it on medium low. Then add some more water, stir it around, break up the seeds, get it to a nice light boil simmer. Like a simmer. Oh, don't leave the spoon in there either. Trust me, I'll burn your freaking hand off. Alright, so I'm letting this get to a nice little boil here. Pro tip, soak your chia seeds before you plan on eating them so they're ready for the next day. You can put them in the fridge after like 2 to 3 hours. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? That's how you know when you have to stir. You can't just let it sit here and boil the whole time or else the oatmeal will stick to the bottom of the pan. See? Let me get another spoon. Hold on. Alright, so you want to start stirring the oatmeal. Yeah, some of it kind of sticks to the bottom. I kind of want to show you. Yeah, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to eat that crap. I mean, you can eat that crap then. That's up to you. But the longer it cooks, the more of its nutritional value it's going to lose. And you cannot eat steel-cut oats raw. They'll break your teeth, as I've been told. You just want to let them go. I'd say like 5 minutes on a medium-low heat. They start to boil a little bit, simmer. Then you start stirring it, turn the heat down, and keep stirring it. You don't want it to stick to the bottom. And it's just a couple more minutes of this. Just a few more minutes. Alright, so now we're at the sink. And you're probably like me. You got your hot oatmeal, and you're like, I don't want to pour that in my plastic blender cup and melt the plastic or leach off some nasty plastic chemicals into my sweet, precious muscle stuff. Well, yeah, I got you. So here's a pro tip. Fill your sink up with some water, alright? How much water? Stupid question, I'm sure you're wondering. Whatever. Enough so that the oatmeal is holding its own weight, but it's not pouring into the oatmeal. Then, take some ice cubes, and you add them to the water. It's going to cool super fast. You just kind of stir it around here so that hot water doesn't sit by the edge of the pot there. And you'll have that stuff cool down in no time. And if you want to cool it even faster, take some water, pour it in there. Because you're going to need a lot of water for this shake. You're probably like me. You probably got somewhere to be. Hopefully it's the gym, because that's the only place we're going. So you want to wipe this off. You don't want to get that nasty tap water in it. Then you get your blender cup. Yeah, this is from earlier. I'm not that filthy. I just finished it. And you just pour your oatmeal in there. I don't suggest all of it at once because your blender probably can't handle it. Mine can't. I got this awesome Ninja blender, overpriced, but it's pretty cool. So there, got a whole bunch of oatmeal in there right now. Then you're going to want to add this stuff. Now this muscle milk, the reason I suggest this over just some regular protein powder, whey, whatever, the vitamin profile, it's unreal. I, in my own town, cannot find another place to go that has this type of vitamin profile. And all of these are going to help you get big and strong and buff and all that. Fuel you for your workout. This is a really good pre-workout shake and post-workout. So, just kind of scoop that in there. And see, now we got an issue where you still got a little bit of powder left in there, but you can't scoop it out. You know what I mean? You're not going to use your filthy hands. I know, it can be frustrating. So you take your frustration out on the frickin' can. Just crush it like that. Turn it into that shape. Get the scooper out of it first. And then it can you could pour the rest in there. Don't even do a whole scoop. Honestly, it's mainly oatmeal at first. Why oatmeal too? Why so much oatmeal? Well, I don't know, because it's helped me put on about 15 pounds in the last month and a half. And I'm pretty sure 20 pounds of it was pure muscle. So now we've got all of our ingredients, all-star cast. We got the blender cup, we got the water, the oatmeal in it, a little protein powder at first. We got cinnamon, olive oil, coconut, unsweetened, fine coconut powder. And I'll explain those while we add them, why they're so important. Alright, camera battery died after like 10 minutes of use, go figure. We got everything here. You're not going to add the other ingredients yet. You're not going to add the cinnamon powder, the olive oil, the coconut, or any more of this precious muscle milk. You're just going to blend it. Now that you got your oatmeal in there, and a pinch of the powder because it tastes pretty weird, just oatmeal blended. And then you're gonna blend it. Okay, if it sounds like that, that's good. That means that you have to drink more of the mother's milk to make room for even more ingredients so you can get even buffer. And yeah, you might piss off your roommates or whoever you're living with because all the blending you have to continuously do, but it doesn't matter because you just gotta... And they'll have to leave you alone. I mean, that's why you're drinking this stuff, right? So you can get big, bad, and they can respect you out of fear. Fear that you'll bust down their freaking door, run through their wall in the middle of the night, and choke slam them in their sleep. Boogeyman. Like a big, buff boogeyman sipping on mother's milk. Now, it's not going to taste too good at first. It's just mainly oatmeal. That's fine. Because once you made some room, you're going to want to add some more protein powder to it. And don't be like a pansy. Don't try to peel it off, or don't get a knife and dig around it. Just punch this thing like it owes you some money. There you go. Problem solved. Then you just add some. Just add a little bit. I don't know. Probably did about maybe half a scoop the first time. I don't really keep track. I'm trying to get buff. Buff don't have time to keep track. Maybe another scoop or so. Definitely got to put a little more water in there. And then you just keep blending it. Now the reason you don't want to add any of these other ingredients yet, like the coconut or the olive oil, or even the cinnamon, because you might not like cinnamon. That's okay, that's the one you can leave out. It's because the carbohydrates in the low fat, low carbohydrate profile in the muscle milk. You're just mainly drinking carbohydrates at first, and that's going to do your body and your muscles good. It's going to give you a boost of energy pre-workout, get you ready to go. The thing is, it's pretty thick at first. And that's good because that's what you're trying to get, right? Thick, drink thick, be thick. You're going to want to make a little more room, sip on it. Don't add a little bit of protein powder yet. Once you had some sips, once you drank probably about half of the original shake, this is the fun part. This is where you add the coconut shavings. You don't want coconut oil, it's missing out on stuff. You want coconut. I just, couple tablespoons, maybe 3. And see, the thing about coconut is, are full of vitamins and minerals. Not too many, but really good ones that'll help you work out and boost your metabolism and your fat burning ability in your body. It's going to give you lots of energy mentally and physically. It's full of medium chain triglycerides, which are quickly absorbed by your body. And your body breaks that fat down as an energy source, not like it does normal fats. So even though it's high in saturated fat, they're medium chain triglycerides. Look it up. It's also full of many, many other things, which I'll list right here, because I'm not reading that off. Like, top of my head, that's a lot of stuff to read. All this, that's a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's what's in this stuff. Then we got the olive oil. I know you're probably like me, like olive oil. I don't know. That's not what I want to add to my freaking oatmeal chocolate shake. But yeah, you do. How much again? You can measure if you want. I just pour some in. If I'm feeling like I want to get a little more buff, I pour a little bit more in there. And olive oil, I really don't need to explain it. It's just like super good for you overall. There's nothing bad to it. And it's full of monosaturated fats. Monosaturated fats are going to boost your testosterone, which is going to help you put on more muscle so you can be a big old buff boogeyman. But a note I want to make about olive oil is there are a lot of rip-off brands out there. Back in 2012 in Italy, they arrested 20 or so companies, like the owners, and persecuted them because they were cutting the olive oil with large amounts of other less quality oils. So I recommend California Olive Ranch. That's that Arnold stuff. There's some other good brands out there too. Do a little research. I'm not sure yet, but I stick with the kind I got. And this is also why I add cinnamon, because cinnamon helps lower your blood glucose levels. Good news for you diabetics out there, or pre-diabetics. And it also improves your insulin sensitivity. And if you know about working out, insulin it helps you grow. It helps your muscles grow. It's going to help them absorb glucose and power you through your workouts and just overall get your muscles bigger even when you're not working out. So this improves your insulin sensitivity. Just a win-win. And it also really helps cancel out the flavor of the olive oil. That's the reason I use it. The rest is just a bonus, you know. But it balances everything out. Kind of makes the shake taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Usually when I'm blending this, I'll notice that there is a difference. It might be hard to see, but the bottom layer won't really mix well with the top layer. So you just give it a little shake in between blends, you know? Just like helping Uncle Larry fall asleep. Just give it a nice little shake. Then put it back in, blend it some more. Now we're gonna try the shake one last time. Not too bad. And if you feel like maybe the olive oil is a little too strong, throw in a pinch more cinnamon. Add a little bit more protein powder if you want more flavor, more protein, more vitamins and minerals. You can have too many, but the more muscle you got, the more you need. There you have it. Mother's milk. Now, if you've never tried a shake like this, and you've just been doing everything plain old Jane-O, and you've just been protein powder, water, maybe a little milk or something like that, you're missing out. You're missing out a lot. You're missing out on a vitamin, mineral, protein powerhouse combination. It's going to fuel you through your workouts. It's going to help you recover in ways you haven't recovered before. If you don't believe me, just make a little bit yourself. Drink a little bit. Wait a little bit. See how you feel. I guarantee you're going to get a boost of energy mentally and physically, just like I always do. Guarantee. Mother's milk. Drink some. You know, one more thing I wanted to say. If you have diabetes, you're battling diabetes, ulcerative colitis, IBS, IBD, celiac disease, any of that, it's gluten-free. And it's great for helping control blood sugar like you should be when you're working out. This generation and this next upcoming generation, too many of them are suffering from these ailments that I just listed. Intestinal problems, and diabetes, and heart disease, and all of that can be combated with a good diet and proper exercise regimen. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Because the boogeyman's scary. But he has a weakness too. And that's love. Because love kills fear.